Hello everyone, today I have a video reviewing the Arena Wars DLC for GTA Online. Was this DLC good or bad? I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. There's some things I like, but then also, I gotta be honest, there's major problems in this DLC. This is my opinion, everyone is allowed to have their own, but I'm gonna back up why I don't like certain things. Now, some people are calling Arena Wars the worst DLC GTA Online has ever had. I think that while the DLC has problems, I think this label is too far. The worst DLC this year would have to be the Super Sports series in my opinion. The DLC offered nothing new, and just a few new cars and stunt races. Arena Wars does something different. For the first time in 5 years, we can finally use the arena. A lot of people have talked about a casino DLC and the fact that it hasn't been used, but not too many people have mentioned the arena. I'm very happy that they have finally opened it. However, this DLC is very strange. Whenever we purchased a new property in the past, it was to play a heist or for the new business. Here, we are purchasing a property to play in adversary modes. That's right, adversary modes. People can call them arena modes, but it's pretty much the same thing as an adversary mode, just arena style. You can still play these modes without the workshop, but you won't be able to level up or use custom vehicles, putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. When we first enter the workshop, we meet Alan Jerome, who promises us that we will be rich from competing in the arena. But do you really get rich from it? Here's an example of what he says, and then a payout. And note, this is double money, and we won in this mode.
I conquered 3D cinema, then I conquered reality TV, then I conquered sequels, and now short format web TV. Thanks to you two. Well, I'm gonna get a star and a prize, and you're gonna get rich. Okay, I need to get an entirely non-erotic, medically supervised massage to calm down. I love you both. We're gonna get rich. I'll see you later. Remember, we shoot after lunch.
Yeah, that's right. The pay is absolutely terrible in Arena Wars. It's the worst payout I have ever seen in a major DLC. I hate to break it to people, but if you paid for this workshop hoping to make your money back quickly, it's not going to happen. You will not be able to make a profit from this DLC based on what you have invested. In almost every single other DLC I have played, I've been able to make back my money relatively quickly. I even made up my money in the hangar sourcing so many crates, despite me owning all the air vehicles. The nightclub DLC only took me 1.5 weeks to make my money back, and I upgraded the Mule Custom, the Pounder Custom, and the Speedo Custom. Plus, I purchased the most expensive nightclub. I've been playing this DLC for 10 days now, and how much money have I made in total from the arena? Just a little bit over $1 million for 10 days. And remember, this is with double money. In the nightclub, I was already over $6 million in just 7 days. But it does get worse. It gets even worse. This update has the worst paywall system I have ever seen in GTA Online. Everything is a paywall in this DLC, even the clothes. Clothes now have trade prices. What? What? This is a very dangerous trend. Clothes should not be locked behind trade prices. When I first saw the clothing trade prices, I thought to myself, oh, maybe this is a good idea, because I assumed you would get them for free as you leveled up. I was wrong. I was so wrong. You get a discount. You don't get them for free. Come on, Rockstar. You're my favorite company, but why are you doing something like this? And this is not about me. I know what some people are going to say in the comments. What are you complaining about? You have over 400 million. I can afford everything, no problem. This is going out to the people that don't have much money, the people who are watching, who don't have much time to play. They are at the mercy of these trade prices. It's not fair to them. Cars are even worse and extremely overpriced. You are going to end up spending much more on car customization than how much you purchased the car for. If you want to get a boost on the car, you need to pay $400,000 or $500,000 if you want shunt boost alone. They offer you different weapons on most of the vehicles, but they're still the same. For instance, in the future variant, you have an option to have a 40-watt plasma turrets, but they have no difference in stats in comparison to the 50 cal machine guns, despite charging more for them. In the Apocalypse and Nightmare variants, you have rusty 50 cal or clean 50 cal. There's no difference between them, and it feels like a lazy design. Not only this, but even though there's a future Apocalyptic and Nightmare variant, sometimes these variants have something important that's different. For instance, some future variants have bulletproof windows, while the apocalyptic and nightmare variants don't. The death bike, for instance, has a bigger shield on the apocalyptic and nightmare variant than the future. This has been an actual nightmare, and I'm not referring to the cosmetic style. I have had to test the same car in all 3 variants to see if there's any difference for all of them. There should be no statistical difference between the variants, only cosmetics. Shouldn't be something like in armor or resistance like that or in stats. It should only be cosmetic. That's the only difference there should be. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But it's even worse. You can't change them once you put on a style. Put on future style, and then you want apocalyptic version? Well, too bad. You have to buy a whole new car again. That's ridiculous. There's trade prices on everything except the workshop itself. But how do you unlock them? You have to level up in the arena. That sounds simple, doesn't it? In the past, I had no problem getting trade prices. Just complete the heist or do a number of sell missions and you unlock the trade price. Here, trade prices are random between rank 1 to 1000. That's right, max arena rank is 1000. I am already level 27 and all I have unlocked are 2 vehicle trade prices. All my other unlocks have been clothes and livery paints, which I don't care for. It's terrible. You could get what you want early on or at the very end. Not many people have time to grind the arena constantly. I know what Rockstar are trying to do. They want people to play arena. That's why the trade prices are there, but this is not the way to do it. I would have done it differently. Make a schedule of what you're going to unlock at what rank so people know. Add a payout each rank. If you get up in skill levels, you do get a temporary money bonus in the challenges, but it's still really bad. I would do it that every time you level up, you get $10,000, and it increases each time. Rank 1, $10,000. Rank 2, $20,000. Rank 3, $30,000. This would encourage people to level up much more. It would create a cash incentive in order for people to play arena modes. You could also do it with $1,000 at level 1 and double it each time. Level 2, $2,000. Level 3, $4,000. Level 4, $8,000. This ranking system is so terrible because you rank up so much, you don't get anything extra, and when you get a really bad trade price like a clothing item, you feel like your time has been wasted. Despite everything that I have said so far, how is Super Sports Series worse than this DLC, you may ask? Because, despite this DLC being so overpriced and the payouts being so terrible, it adds a new property, unique vehicles, and new modes. Unlike Super Sport, which added nothing new but a few stunt races and some new cars. The arena, you're not forced to get everything like research in the bunker, but even if you pay for the stuff that you just want, you are going to be out millions. I have spent over $30 million so far, and I only have 8 vehicles. Despite the arena being so expensive, it is fun. I do enjoy it. I like the new modes. It's something unique. Compete in an arena, and when you win after a big event, you feel very accomplished. The pay is not good here, but I enjoy the challenge of it, and collecting trophies in my workshop. The modes are unique, like Hot Bomb, where one player has the bomb and has a timer and you have to give it to other players before you blow up, or Here Come the Monsters, where a team of Izzy Classics try to survive from a team of monster trucks, or Carnage, a deathmatch style of the arena. My favorite mode is Tag Team, because many teams are competing and it encourages teamwork. You have to tag your teammate in when your health drops to survive. And even when you are spectating, you can help your team with things like explosive RC cars, drones, and remote-controlled turrets. These modes are great, and if you're looking at it from a fun aspect and not a payout one, it's great. However, despite our fun with it, it should pay way more. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a major GTA grinder. I grind so much on this game, and I don't think I'm ever going to turn the arena into a profit based on everything I have invested. If you want to have fun, you will enjoy it, but don't expect to make good money from it. Now, based off everything I have told you guys, this DLC has another major problem, which is the biggest one of them all, and a problem I have not heard a lot of people talk about. I know what you're thinking. If the payouts, the trade prices, and the ranking system aren't the worst thing, what is the worst thing? It's the fact that this DLC has the possibility of completely collapsing on itself. How would that happen? Think about it. This DLC is set up based on adversary modes. That means you need other players to play it. Every single other business in the game, you could still do solo despite having multiple delivery vehicles. It was harder to sell without help, but you could still do it. The Doomsday Heist you could even do with just one more person. Here, if you can't find players, you can't play Arena. Every single adversary mode Rockstar has added had double money and RP the first week, and people played them. You could find a match no problem in them. But then what happened after the double money and RP ended? I'll tell you what happened. People stopped playing them. This has happened to every single adversary mode added, and I can't believe Rockstar puts all this work into these modes just to abandon them. And I don't blame the players for not playing them either, because when they're not double money and double RP, I don't play them either. It's not really worth my time. This has happened to stunt races as well. Barely anybody plays them when they're not double money in RP. Sure, you might get lucky and find a match with some people, but what are the chances of finding a big game? One of my favorite modes was Slasher, but now I can't ever find a lobby to play it in. I sat in a Slasher lobby once for 30 minutes, hoping for someone to join, and no one did. The arena is not immune from this. Because it's set up as an adversary mode, what is going to happen when double money ends on it? What happens if next week the double money ends? What is this DLC going to look like in a month? I really hate to say it, but how other adversary modes have gone in the past, Arena Wars, it could die out in a month. Barely anyone will play it. GTA Online will not die, but these game modes have in the past. People will just go back to grinding crates, import, export, etc., and not deal with the arena. That's what scares me the most about this DLC. All the money we invested could turn out to be a waste if there's no one to play with. How could this problem be fixed? Add co-op modes. Why are there no co-op modes in the arena? Imagine a mode where you and your friends could survive waves of NPC vehicles. Add a boss battle where you have to destroy a big monster truck that comes after you at the end. If you survive, you get a good amount of money, like over $100,000. And don't tell me that they can't do it right now, because GTA Vice City did it with NPC vehicles in the arena, and that was so many years ago. They should also let you do a co-op mode solo as well. You know, add things like that. Add a better payout. Add co-op. Why is this DLC so overpriced? So now that you guys have basically heard my review and my rant there, I'm sorry if I sounded annoyed and angry there. I was just really annoyed, honestly, at the prices, really irritated at them. But here we go. Let's go over the pros and the cons of this DLC, and let me give my final verdict on this DLC, what I think of it. Starting off with the pros, the arena has finally been opened. We've been staring at that arena for 5 years. It has finally been opened. We finally have something new to do inside there. We can go inside there. We have new modes in there. It's a new property. We're able to get more garage space. You know, we even have a gun bench in there, able to store more vehicles. Definitely a plus. Fun new modes. I liked all the arena modes. My personal favorite one is tag team, but I'll play any of them. There wasn't any modes I specifically hated. I liked all of them. I think all the modes are fun. It's definitely fun playing the arena. And new vehicles, we got a ton of new vehicles in this update, unique saw weapons on some of them, a lot of different weapons on them, but some of them, they have very similar weapons like the rusty 50 cal machine gun and the dirty 50 cal machine gun, but new vehicles, they're unique in how they play. Each vehicle has a different playstyle in the arena, and that definitely adds variety to it. We have great clothing options. I love Mad Max clothing options. I like apocalyptic style. That's my personal favorite out of all three of them, between the future and the nightmare and the apocalyptic. I definitely like the apocalyptic the most. I didn't really talk much about the clothing options, but the clothes are just great. I have no complaints about the clothes. I think they're amazing. I just don't like the prices on them. And the cons are, it's extremely overpriced. This whole DLC, everything from the clothing to the cars, everything is just very overpriced. Trade prices are just absolutely ridiculous. Everything is locked behind a trade price besides the workshop customization. Even clothes are locked behind a trade price. I have never thought that this would happen. I never imagined that clothes in the future would be locked behind trade prices. I thought that it would be a good idea at the start because I thought that the clothes would be free when you unlock them with the trade price, but they weren't. And that's what disappointed me so much. Clothes should not be locked behind a trade price. That makes no sense. And the ranking system is so terrible. Between rank 1 to 1,000, nobody's going to get up to rank 1,000. It's just not going to happen unless somebody did some kind of crazy glitch where they just boosted up to rank 1,000. But other than that, nobody's going to get up to rank 1,000 legitimately. It's just not going to happen. By the time somebody gets up to rank 1,000, the next GTA game is going to be out. It's going to be GTA 6 at that point, and just the trade prices, they're just unlocked randomly through the ranks. It makes no sense. You're working all the way up to try to unlock something. You want to get that good trade price. You're trying really hard to rank up. You finally rank up. You finally level up. And all you get is a stupid livery paint or a clothing discount. That's all you get. You were hoping for a vehicle discount. It's just terrible. And there's no co-op modes, no solo modes in this. I thought that the arena would have some kind of co-op modes. Why is there no co-op survival against NPC vehicles? If Vice City had NPC vehicles, that was so many years ago. Why does this game not have it? Why are there no co-op modes? Because it's all based on adversary modes. That's really gonna hold the arena back. There should be some kind of co-op modes. They can still fix this. They could still add co-op modes in the future. If they're gonna add more adversary modes, they could definitely add a co-op mode. Please, some kind of co-op mode. Another con is it's dependent on players. It's completely dependent on players. If you can't find players, you can't play the arena. It's all dependent on them. You can't play by yourself solo against NPCs. It's all dependent on players. And that's really scary because when the double money and double RP ends on this update has the potential to die. this update could completely die out. People could stop playing Arena when Double Money ends. Because if the pay is that bad right now, and it's Double Money, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when Double Money ends. People are just going to stop playing it. It's going to happen like the other adversary modes. And there's no activities outside the Arena. Other updates like Finance and Felony, they gave us specific activities to do outside the arena. For instance, in Finance and Felony, you had CEO activities, you had CEO work that you could do outside the crates. You weren't just forced to do the crates. That adds more variety to an update. Why are there no activities to do outside the arena? Why is there nothing new to do outside the arena? There should be the new arena modes, but there should be also something new to do in free mode. Unfortunately, there isn't. And the payouts, they're just so bad. I don't think this needs explaining enough, but the payouts are just so bad. They're so terrible. The most that I've gotten is $100,000, and that was in a full lobby. It took 20 minutes. We went through so many rounds. Even that, 20 minutes for $100,000, that's still pretty bad. And that's with Double Money. And the variants, they can't be changed. This is so disappointing. There's the future apocalyptic and the nightmare style, and yet sometimes certain styles like the future style will have bulletproof windows in the same vehicle, but the apocalyptic and the nightmare style won't. And the players who purchase the other variants, they'll feel like they've been cheated. They'll feel like they've lost millions of dollars. And guess what? You can't change it. If you want the other style, you gotta buy a whole new different vehicle. That makes no sense. They should just be a cosmetic difference. There should not be an actual statistical difference between them. And what is my final verdict on this update? My final verdict on this update is 6.5 out of 10, and I think I'm being generous with that review right there. I do like the arena. I like there's new modes. I like a lot of the new vehicles. I like the clothing options, but unfortunately, the ranking system, the trade prices, and just how expensive it is holding it back, and the fact that there's no co-op modes. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know down below. Do you agree with me? If not, let me know down below why. If you enjoyed the review, drop a like. And I normally don't ask people to share my reviews, but, share my review. If you agree with everything that I said, share my review so that enough people see this. Maybe Rockstar will see it, and hopefully they don't repeat a mistake like this in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.